Welcome back, guys. And if you're new here, my name is Gouda for me. This is episode 8.59. We'll see. But in the last episode, we made all of these houses here. It was insane and put these paths in. It was a lot of fun and a lot of work, and we're not done yet. For this episode, we're going to be kind of all over the place here because we got a lot of bits and pieces to figure out. We got this middle right here, and then kind of some empty spaces just dotted around my area, including my portal that's right here. It needs to be covered up with something, so we're going to be figuring that out as well in this episode. Leo came over and let me know he's loving the progress on my humble abode here, Cheddarworth Court. So grateful for that, and look at all this. It was so nice of him, so nice. And actually, to repay him, I gotta do something. I gotta get rid of the hater of diorite. Finally, I love it there. It's hilarious, and it gives me warm and fuzzy feelings because it's a good memory. However, we're doing a realm video here, and actually when I'm recording this, it's a couple days from now, so I gotta clean up my area a little bit here. So let's get rid of that, unfortunately, and we're gonna bring it back. We're gonna bring it back in a different form. It's not gonna be that big sign right there. I have a couple ideas for where I can put it after the realm video. It's so plain over there now. It's okay. It's okay. You're crying. I'm not crying. Alright. So what we're going to do now is right in the middle here, we're going to be doing a town square. And so I marked out where I want it to start. We're going to do 8 in all directions, make it a little square, and top it off. So, and then afterwards I will level it out so it's all on one level. Alright, so I messed up a little bit because I don't have enough room for what I want to do. So I'm going to be just scooching it over to like right here and for the middle, and hopefully that'll give me enough room for what I want to do. Unfortunately, that means I might have to get rid of this tree by Yoff. I'm just getting rid of everything, guys. It's okay. It's okay. You're crying. I'm not crying. Alrighty, I think I'm mostly satisfied with this area right here. It's a little bit cramped, but for what I want to do, it's a kind of the best spot that I have right now. And obviously we'll be terraforming all this area so it looks a little bit more natural and looks like a town that, you know, you can actually walk in. So I think right now what we're going to do first is actually the terraforming, so I have a good idea and base to go on. And for me, I think the best way to do that is to kind of tear it down to build it back up. I'm not sure if that's like really the best way to do things. How do you guys start your terraforming process? Do you just tear it down, build it back up? Do you build on what you already have going on? Kind of like this mountain right here. Basically all I did was replace blocks and then kind of shape it as I was going. I'm not too good at terraforming, as you've seen in my base, but you know, I do my best. Alright, so I know it doesn't look too great right now, but I have full confidence in myself that I can pull this off. I am not panicking at all. I know what I'm doing. Not really. But if I lie to myself enough, I will eventually believe it.
His name was Gouda, a farmer of the plains. Milked the cows at sunrise, walked the cheese-filled lanes. One day he got bold, thought he'd try a new way. Lava grilled cheese, yeah, he paved his own way. The cheese started melting, the heat was too high. He slipped on the edge and fell into the sky. The lava embraced him, but it didn't destroy. It made him a hero, a molten cheese boy.
Alright, as you can see, I just put some retaining walls up, and that got rid of the pesky terraforming problem. And I think it's looking really good so far. Alright, so for this area right here, I think I'm going to go with like a festival type theme. And I'll put some pictures up so that you can see kind of where my inspiration comes from. So in these four corners right here, I'm just going to be putting little frog lights. That's just for lighting, and I'll cover those up and then bring these up and make them little poles. Just gotta get this correctly. And you know, while I'm here, Leon's here, and we're like chatting and shooting the shit and whatever. And it would be a lot of fun if I could actually record our conversations, you know, with his permission, of course. But I don't have like, I think what I need is like a capture card or something so we can actually capture the conversations, because I'm on a PS5. So if you guys know how to get that set up, I would greatly appreciate that, because that'd be a lot of fun to like hang out with all my Krusty crew members and, you know, create content together and have some fun. Alright, here it is all done. I'm really happy how it turned out, and it's looking really good. Alright, so now what we gotta do is, in all these kind of corner areas, we're gonna be doing market stalls. And to get these done, what I'm just doing is doing it like one piecemeal at a time, and that way they're all kind of the same. I briefly thought about having them all different designs, but I couldn't think of enough designs for them to all, you know, work cohesively together. So I commissioned Leon over there to make me some signs, because I've never made signs before. So thank you, Leo, for making these amazing signs for me, which in the last episode, if you remember, I was going to put signs right in here. And there it is, curds. I love cheese curds. Have you ever had cheese curds? I'll post a picture up on right here, because apparently people don't know what cheese curds are in some parts of the country. And this is what it looks like when it's all done, looking so good. I'm so happy with how it turned out, and now we just gotta fill them up with a bunch of stuff. But first, what I'm going to be doing is a little gazebo type thing right in the middle. Thanks to Leon for giving me the idea. I was just going to do like a little flower thing in the middle, and it looked a little boring, and we kind of talked about it and came up with the idea of a gazebo. So here is what I do, is just kind of go around the outer edge at first with the orange, and you know, go, you know, layer by layer instead of trying to do like one layer, like one side at a time. I don't know how else anybody else would do this thing, because it doesn't make any sense to me to like do like a quarter at a time, if that makes sense. Like do a quarter all the way up and then do the next quarter. If I do it this way, I can get it all symmetrical. So we're going to do like some of the yellow next, and get them all in the spots right here. And then we're going to go back in with the orange. This is how I kind of think about blocks. I don't think about them as in what they actually are. I just think of them as colors instead, and that's really helped me out with my builds. And then we're going to do like a little thing right here, like a little topper. And then we're going to finish off with the yellow and make it into a nice little point. Boom. And do. Oh baby, this is looking so good right now. I absolutely love it. So now what we got to do is fill up these market stalls with some of the goods that we'll be selling in Cheddarworth Court. Alright, it took some time to get all these market stalls all filled out. So we got like an amethyst shop right here. And coming over here is like a candle shop. And Jim actually came over and made this. It's probably like a pot shop. He didn't really tell me. But it looks really good. And then we got armor shop and fruit and vegetables. And then we got meat shop and a book shop and a wood shop. Now you might be thinking to yourself, why isn't there a cheese shop, Gouda? Because cheese is for worshipping, not for selling, okay? Alright, so at this point I decided to take a little break and go down to the gaming district because Neebs actually made a new game, End Invaders, right over here. You should go check him out on Twitch and YouTube. I'll put his, all his credentials in the description down below. But so you get in here, and then, so it looks like there's somebody actually already, they played and they quit for whatever reason because the game is still going. Alright, so what you do is you kind of move left and right, and when you move left, it'll put you back into the center. If you move right, it'll put you back into the center, and that's how you move your thing. And then if you jump, you shoot. And, if you ever played Space Invaders, it's pretty much the same game, except for the invaders don't go down, they just stay up there. But it's really challenging, really fun, and I absolutely played the crap out of this game. But as you can see, this high score right now is 490, and he actually, Neebs, he he logged out in the Space Invader game, and so he hung out there for a little while because he was like, what the heck? Why is the game playing? And he's like, the game shouldn't be playing itself. And he was so confused because he couldn't see me because he never looked behind him. But it was pretty funny. And so he made me die a couple times, but it's alright. It's alright. It was a lot of fun. So I ended up getting a score of 350 because I die right here. But, I'll come back at some point and beat this score. I must beat it. Oh man, that was a lot of fun playing Space Invaders. Great jobs, Neebs. I don't know how you do it, but it's incredible. Alright, so we got a couple of updates here. I made a little notification board here with a little bit of a couple notifications to start out with, and I might switch them out at some point. But I thought it was super cute in this area, and it filled out the space really nicely, especially with it being right next to the town square there. And then coming up this way, just little things here and there, little carts. And then if you come this way, one of my viewers on TikTok suggested that I make a well, so I made a well in this area opposite from the fountain that's over there. I thought it would be a good spot right in this area, and it's not too big, so you don't get blocked by sort of cheddar chompers. Looking perfect. And I got a little bone meal and some little knickknacks here in the corner. Right here is a diorite card that's kind of spilling out, utilizing some of the mini blocks that we have here on the server. And it is by Leon Loves Diorite Incorporated, and you can't do anything about it, Leon, because it's my base and I can do whatever I want my base. So in this area, this place was pretty plain, and so I made a little pond right here, and I think I'm going to utilize some of the axolotls that Leon actually gave me, but hopefully they don't fall or get out of here. I'll probably just watch them for a little bit to make sure that they can't, but I don't think they can. And then in this area, just a little seating area. I'm still kind of working on this area because I don't really know what to do with it yet, but I think this will work for now. So in this area, this was just a blank wall, and in this area, I just put some pots and kind of dressed it up by putting them on shelvings, and then of course bone mealed this area, look a little overgrown. Flat grass to me just looks a little boring, so and I used some moss to like kind of texturize it a little bit here. But looking pretty cool, and did a little water trough. I'm not sure what it's used for. I just see people doing it a lot in their builds, and so I did it too. And then if you come over here, did some more carts with pumpkins and melons and kind of dressed it up with some honey blocks and bamboo blocks. I think it looks really cool, and the awning part is kind of goes whoop, and I love that. Love that. And before in the seating area, I had two seating areas, and I got some feedback saying that it was a little too much seating and it was a little too much yellow. So I switched it out and made it like a little farm type thing. I think it looks really cool next to the seating and the town square right there. It looks really good. Right over in this area right here, I got a couple little seating areas looking a little cute in this little nook right here. And then a sniffer enclosure. Oh no, I think he might be able to get out. Oh no! But Leon gave me these sniffers too. He's giving me a lot of stuff, isn't he? I don't think he can get out. It's fine. It's fine. And then while I was walking around, I saw this. Definitely not Leo's secret room. Seriously, there's nothing here. Nothing to see here. I think there's something here, something over here. I'm not a rocket Scientologist or anything, but I think there's a secret base here. Yeah, this is looking really cute. Is there anything? Nope, nothing in there, but yeah, I love this. Yeah, I wasn't gonna do anything in this area. I had no ideas, so this is perfect. Alright, so I got a little bit more to show you in my base. Got a little distracted there, didn't I? But just a little bit more to show you. Over at the back of my base, I did a little more seating areas, a little candle, a little romantic area, if you will. And, you know, this is the map as it is right now, looking super filled out. You know, you can see a little bit of areas right in this area right here that I still need to do. And as you can see, you might have not noticed, but I totally terraformed this area too. There was some land in this area and this area down here, and I completely cut it off this entire area so it looks like a proper island. And I love that. And then, as I said at the beginning of this episode, we need to cover up, excuse me, we need to cover up this area, this portal, to make it look like not a portal. So we're going to be doing that right now. So all you got to do is sit back, relax, and enjoy the time lapse. Welcome back, guys. I hope you liked that time lapse. It was a little bit different than what I've been normally doing. So let me know in the comments down below. Do you guys prefer that kind of time lapse, or do you like the more traditional speed up type? Initially, again, just do this one tower, and it turned out amazing, just how I planned it, and I love it. It has a little crane right here because eventually I'm gonna make this into like a little dock. So I figured this could be like a import export area, and I thought this would be a good addition to it. It's a nice big tower, and when I was building it, I thought I needed something over here, but I didn't have anything planned, and I thought it would look good if I just had two identical towers right here and right there, and they're kind of on different levels. And so this one looks a lot taller, even though they're the same. They're exact same. And with this portal here, it didn't. It doesn't jive well. When you build and you make a point or a roof, you always want to do it in odd numbers, and a portal is not an odd number. And I'm a little bit worried about breaking this portal to make it fit in this little window that I got going on, because I don't want it to unlink on the other side, because I have my tunnel right there looking absolutely beautiful, and I feel like it'd be a pain to just try to figure that out. Now it's all pretty much done, looking absolutely amazing. I'm kind of blown away by everything I've done, because this is the most I've ever stuck with a project I have ever been able to, because normally I kind of get bored and move on to something else, but I've really stuck with this, and I'm so proud of what I've made. So thank you for coming on this journey with me. It's been a lot of fun, and I got a couple secret projects coming up, so stay tuned for that in future episodes. Remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and remember, it ain't easy being cheesy. Have a good one.